my first time getting in here and getting all the primo gems and stuff. So let's go through our mail first. Get all the normal 600. Hold on. Oh, okay, so there was a sound alert that went off. I think. Oh yeah, KDX, thank you for the follow. For some reason that sound alert is not as loud as it should be. Let me see if turning up desktop audio will maybe fix that. Hopefully that did not mess up anything. But thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. We just opened up everything. We are going to be wishing on Cloud Retainer's banner. And I'm not getting these because I do not have crystals. Did these update when? Tomorrow in 8 hours, of course, after stream. So yeah, I'm gonna set it to hers. I do not have many wishes at the moment. But let's see, history-wise, I did wish some on the last one to get Cheverus. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so 5 times 5 is 25, 29 wishes. We are not great for pity. Our pity is not the best, but we'll see where it takes us. Let me set up a party that's better. Let's see.
As per our contract.
Evil shall be dispersed.
I'll let
All is accounted for. Let's move out.
And I guess
Something's
I
come
don't
up.
have Shenhe, so I can't have Shenhe come on the team. Well, I did not switch parties. I can't have Shenhe come on the team, so I only got Ganyu. We are gonna do her character quest thing, and I'll do wishes during it and after it, and maybe, just maybe, we'll get the bird mom. Oh, and I also want to unlock the new area. Just suddenly, out of nowhere. You know, it's only been 3 years in, and suddenly we're deciding, you know what we want to listen to? Cloud Retainer's stories.
We've been to so many places lately. What do you say we take a day off from adventuring and just find somewhere nice to relax? Let Paimon think. Where are some nice places we could go? Oh, why don't we pay Cloud Retainer a visit at Mount Outsong?
You know,
It's been a while since we last saw that illuminated bird. She's always the one popping up out of nowhere and scaring us half to death. So let's surprise her this time.
Paimon. That sounds a little too mischievous, but oh wow, that is, there it is, the connection. We can go up there. But yeah, I understand people's frustrations with this big spot that's still locked off. Why would they do, why this little thing? Why can't we just clean this up? This is sort of messing with my OCD. Like, why did we do that? I know that's how it's been, But now that we have this, it's like, why didn't we just fix a little bit of this? I don't know. I'm sorry. Let's get to
We're
that
way behind schedule.
story quest thing. We're visiting mom. Picking flowers. And then visiting mom. Hey, there she is. Some weird lady.
Here we are, right outside her place. Do you still remember the first time we came here? We even brought offerings and everything.
And now we just walk up like we own the place. The nerve.
And when we told her that Rex Lapis had been assassinated, she immediately threatened to squash Liyue Harbor. Paimon thought she'd be impossible to get along with. But now that we've spent some more time together, she's really not like that at all.
To be fair, the first thing you said to her was that her king was dead. I don't think that's the best first impression.
We probably don't need to bring any offerings now that we've gotten to know her pretty well, right? Still, Paimon's got some snacks around here somewhere, so if she really wants something, we can just use that.
We'll just use whatever leftover Paimon snacks we have.
Huh? Traveler, did something catch your eye?
I don't think we've seen that person
Oh.
before.
What a pretty lady. Is she also here to visit Cloud Retainer?
She might be another Adeptus. Be careful.
Yeah, you're right. All it takes is one look and you can tell she's someone special. As expected of that bird lady, really. She must have a whole bunch of Adepti friends from all over the country.
I mean, sure.
Okay, but if we're both friends of Cloud Retainer, then we're basically friends by association, right? Want to go up to her and say hello?
I mean, that's a little bit of a leap in logic, Paimon, but okay. I'll leave the introductions to you.
Helping you make more connections is a part of Paimon's job as your reliable guide. Paimon's got this.
You're gonna make it worse.
Hello. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler.
Paimon, just say everything normal.
Paimon doesn't think we've met, but we're also friends of Cloud Retainer. May we have the pleasure of learning your name, Madam Adeptus?
You two...
What are you two doing here? You caught me in my human form. How dare you?
What is this tomfoolery? Has the shift in form so clouded your eyes that you no longer recognize one anymore?
Wait, you're...
Cloud Retainer.
Huh? You're the illuminated bird? But you look... human. How did that happen?
She just turned into her human form. Come on, Paimon.
Oh, donning human form is scarcely any test of one's abilities. As for your confusion, one merely had no reason to indulge such inclinations before.
You know, I didn't need thumbs. There was no reason for me to have thumbs when inventing before now.
So, you're indulging now because...
Well, one has made plans to pay a visit to some disciples at Liyue Harbor. Taking on a human form for such a trip is simply a way to make matters less conspicuous.
I'm gonna go visit my daughters unannounced. This can only go well.
You? Worrying about keeping a low profile? You're the one who likes to pop up out of nowhere all over the place. In
Paimon!
fact, Paimon can think of several examples. Like last year, when you suddenly appeared on the top of a roof without any warning. Or...
Paimon, that was actually 2 years ago. Not to nitpick, but that was 2 falls ago. Because we didn't have a Moonlight Merriment event this fall. So that was the fall before. But yes, she did land on a roof. And then say hi and tell us she was the best cook ever. and all humans suck. And then she left. It was a fun meeting. By the way, we have gifts.
Hey, didn't we agree not to bring that up unless she asked?
I've decided you've lost your privilege of keeping your snacks. We have to give them over now.
Oh, so you have taken care to follow the proper rules of etiquette after all. Most commendable.
Always bring an offering to Cloud Retainer.
Well, this is all Paimon's got. You don't mind, right?
It's like a few nuts and berries.
One has never found oneself lacking in basic comforts. On the contrary, it is the gesture that one values above all else. So long as you've shown proper respect and consideration, the quantity or quality of the gift is but a trivial matter.
That kind of makes Paimon feel a little guilty for trying to keep them for herself. Anyway, where were we before you reminded Paimon about the gifts?
Some of her disciples. You know, the fact that she says plural and she only has 2 disciples tells you who it is.
Ah, right. So by disciples, you must mean Ganyu and Shenhe. It's also been a while since we last saw them. Maybe we can come too.
Meaning she will tell us stories.
One planned to extend the invitation even if you had not raised the matter yourself. Shenhe and Ganyu should be quite pleased to see you again.
Are you just still trying to matchmake us with one of them? You're gonna try again, aren't you?
However, one would first inquire as to the reason behind your visit here. You have cause to seek one's company?
We just decided to show up.
Yeah, we just found ourselves missing you and wanted to see how you were doing. We were hoping you'd tell us one of your stories. Who knew we'd run into your human form while we were at it?
Is that so? If there are no urgent matters at hand, then let us make haste for Liyue Harbor. Ganyu is likely still working at Yue High Pavilion, so that shall be our first stop.
Sounds great! Then let's all go to Liyue Harbor!
We're gonna block Ganyu at work. Oh no. Ganyu, run for it.
Ganyu has been quite busy with work as of late. One can count on one talon the number of times she returns to Mount Outsong each year. Shenhe has also secured employment recently.
She has a job?
In her correspondence with me, she wrote that she shall have no need to return for the foreseeable future. Did they think one was so easily mollified? One shall investigate everything with one's own eyes and decide for oneself if their living conditions are satisfactory.
Oh no. Cloud Retainer was okay with them moving out, and is now a little less okay with them moving out because they say everything's fine and they're doing
It's so
good.
nice to de-stress.
And she does not believe them. Also, important note, talons only have like 3 to 4 claws. So Ganyu has showed up less than 5 times, because 5 would be if she had 5 talons, which she does not. So it would be 3 to 4 times in the last year Ganyu has visited. And there she is.
We're almost at Way High Pavilion. Hey, do you think Ganyu will be shocked to see Cloud Retainer like this?
I'm pretty sure she's seen this human form before.
Guess we have no idea if Shenhe and Ganyu have ever seen her in this form before. Wait, where did she go?
She's talking to Madam Ping first. Like, what do you think she's doing? We just walked past Madam Ping.
Why
Or
are
she's
you
just standing at
there, Cloud
Okay,
Retainer?
never mind. Never mind. Ping is not out at the moment.
Quietly now, one shall stay here. You two can go and meet with her.
But you came to see her, Cloud Retainer. And now you're gonna stand back here while we talk to her?
But why? Isn't it better if we all go together?
If one were to proudly proclaim one's presence, Ganyu would surely profess herself otherwise unoccupied and drop everything to attend to one's visit. One fears that would only result in her staying up all night to make up for lost time.
Aw, you don't want to interrupt her work.
One does not wish to trouble her. Conversing vicariously via you two shall suffice. Do remember to inquire as to her recent well-being. Again, do not mention one's presence here.
Okay, if you say so.
Fair enough. Makes sense. Alright then, we'll just pass on your regards and...
Cloud Retainer?
That worked so well. Glad we were standing out in the open. We are so busted.
Oh, busted.
Is that lady someone you know, Ms. Ganyu?
She is indeed. I'm sorry, Huixin, but could we delay the upcoming meeting for a little bit? I believe my schedule today is quite full. Although, perhaps I could move some work to later in the evening.
Ganyu, no, that's what she doesn't want you to do. She specifically doesn't want you working late.
Oh, not to worry, Miss Ganyu. I'll make the necessary arrangements right away.
Thank you, Huixin.
Oh no.
It's been a while, Ganyu.
Greetings. What brings you here today? And Cloud Retainer, too. It's been quite some time since I last saw you in this form.
You are quite mistaken. One is not acquainted with this Cloud Retainer of whom you speak. One is simply a mere mortal passerby.
Cloud Retainer, I hate to tell you, if you're trying to sell yourself as a normal human being, saying one defeats that purpose. You are the only person that uses one.
Huh?
So you failed epically on that one.
Seems she's not buying it.
She's as bad as Zhongli at this, no way.
That was but a simple test. One did not expect you to be able to recognize one so easily, especially after so many years of only seeing one's other form.
I was merely testing you. Okay, if you say so. I love how we're reading what Ganyu is saying. Or thinking to herself. We're just totally putting...
But recognizing you is, my responsibility as your disciple.
How would I... Why would I not recognize my own mother?
An apt observation. One was simply passing by while attending to some important business. One thought it would only be fitting to pay you a visit while in the area.
Wait, Paimon wasn't aware of any important...
Getting two looks of shut up.
Cloud Retainer's right! We've still got something super important to do, so we can't stay here for too long today.
The super important thing is talking to Shenhe. So, you know, there you go. An excuse.
Oh, is that so? But it's been so long since we last saw each other.
Aw, so she doesn't... Aw, so she does want to put away the day to say hi to Cloud. So Ganyu doesn't mind putting all her work for later tonight and just dropping everything because she wants to see us. Aww.
One simply desired to see you and had no intention of interrupting your work. A quick conversation should suffice for today. A more involved reunion should wait until you find yourself less occupied.
I understand. That should be fine.
Ganyu's like, okay. I guess we can only just talk for a minute.
While one acknowledges the amount of work that you have to deal with every day, one must also remind you to rest. Though Adepti blood flows through your veins, excessive exhaustion will still cause grave harm to your body.
You need to take more breaks. I came here from the mountaintop to tell you, you need to take more breaks.
It still makes one nostalgic to see you as you are now, respected and independent. When you were young, you oft begged one to cuddle you to sleep when you suffered from nightmares.
Cloud Retainer, shh. We aren't supposed to be telling the childhood stories.
Cloud Retainer, stop!
Don't tell them.
If you insist. We are running short on time regardless, so one will refrain from going into each and every story.
Aww.
Why don't you continue your conversation? One shall simply stand by and listen.
Wow, you've been to so many new places since the last time we spoke. If you ever need anything, please just come find me at Yue High Pavilion.
And if you ever need a lawyer, please just call Yin Fei next time. Stop going to jail without a lawyer.
Also, forgive me for my presumptuousness, Cloud Retainer, but if you plan to continue appearing in this form, don't you think it'd be helpful to adopt a human name?
A human name? Huh. You raise a valid point. Considering the sheer extent of one's renown, Cloud Retainer is surely too recognizable as a name.
I'm just too famous.
You really think so? Not that you're not famous or anything, but that famous?
Paimon, she's basically like a minor god of Liyue. She's been around protecting Liyue for thousands of years.
You presume to know the extent of one's illustrious achievements. One would hardly think such a thing to be possible. Nevertheless, Ganyu's advice cannot be ignored. From this point on, when in public occasions, be sure to refer to one as Shenyun.
Shenyu. I will try. Shenyu.
Qingyun?
Shenyu.
I assume that's a reference to the full record of Pristine Pavilion. An adeptus of years past would rise with the clouds and rest with the moon. They were enlightened and wise, free and unfettered. The writer referenced Master's name to describe her carefree and spontaneous nature.
Oh, that sounds super cool! Paimon feels like only the most powerful of Adepti could rise with the clouds and rest with the moon.
I mean, yeah.
Actually, those lines were originally written to describe Cloud Retainer herself.
Of course it was.
Huh? Wait, so you're really that powerful?
It literally just means she can fly.
And what of it? Did you truly take one to be nothing more than a bird of bigger than average size?
Did you just think I was a bird and nothing else?
Not exactly.
That's totally what Paimon had in mind.
To be fair, Cloud Retainer rarely speaks of her past accomplishments. The tales of her past can only be found in ancient texts. It is said that once, a long, long time ago, there was a severe drought in Liyue. Left with no choice, many people left their homes, while others spent day and night praying to the Adepti. Although I did not live through such tragedy, simply reading about it is enough to gain a visceral understanding of all the pain and desperation during that time.
That must have been a long time ago for you to have not
On
been
top
alive.
of the drought, a noxious gas also began to spread through the land. If not for Cloud Retainer's efforts, much of Liyue would be nothing more than a barren wasteland today.
Huh.
The books had this to say about what happened. Upon arrival, the Adeptus borrowed the wind to retain the clouds. Immediately, the clouds gathered together, and abundant rain burst forth from the heavens. Drought and plague were both driven away, and the people were saved.
You know, retainer of the clouds. No way.
That's incredible!
Mortal records add embellishments to dramatize past events. One did merely with one ought, and even if one had not interceded, the other adepti would surely have stepped in to help.
Even so, you stopped an entire drought! Can you really control the weather like the book said? Oh, Paimon suddenly has a lot more respect for you. So it was Paimon's bad for calling you Illuminated Bird before. You're not too mad, are you?
It's better than Ladybird, which you called her multiple times, or Illuminated Bird number 2, which is even worse.
How laughable. A name is but a simple label we carry with us on our journey through the world. Why would one be offended by such a trivial matter?
You kidding me right now? Do not act all like you did not. You were upset every single time, and you took great offense every single time.
That's a relief. In that case, Paimon will continue to call you whatever feels right in the moment.
Just do not call her any of those things.
Well, that is quite enough ancient history for now. Ganyu, have you had word from Shenhe? One has heard that she procured a job recently. Have you any thoughts on her workplace? And what, pray tell, of her monthly remuneration?
Is she getting paid enough? How much are they paying her?
Moreover, does she find herself overly inundated with work? Is she allowed time off during Lantern Rite?
She better get time off. You both better be coming home for Lantern Rite.
That is a lot of questions.
I mean, you gotta have the questions when your kid just got a new job.
There is no cause for concern, Cloud Retainer. I introduced Shenhe to her employer personally.
Okay, who is it?
Wanmin Restaurant's business has been booming recently. So, with Chef Mao being swamped with customers, and Xiangling still off and out in search of new recipes, I introduced Shenhe to staff the restaurant.
Huh.
I see. Most excellent indeed. One has had the pleasure of being introduced to that family. Xiangling is kind and astute, while her father is loyal and reliable. One has no cause to believe that they will make Shenhe's work difficult.
See, we appeased Mom by being like, it's okay, it's a family friend.
Now, it is almost time to partake in the victuals of noon. One shall visit Wanmin Restaurant in person and see how Shenhe is doing.
It's almost lunchtime.
Huh? But didn't you just say that you had something important to do?
Yeah, it's in Shenhe.
Can that wait until after we've eaten?
You may return to your work, Ganyu. One shall see to this matter on one's own. There will be many an occasion to dine together in the future. One is certain the opportunity shall present itself most readily.
Of course, Cloud Retainer. Please take care. Traveler, Paimon, I'll see you some other time.
Nice to see you, Ganyu.
See you around, Ganyu! Paimon was pretty quick on the uptake there, don't you think?
No, you were not.
As soon as you mentioned important business to attend to, Paimon realized that you were just looking to cut the conversation short and not take too much of Ganyu's time. Is Paimon right?
You were right, but
No,
you did not
in
catch on
fact,
fast
it was not
enough.
an excuse. One is indeed visiting Liyue Harbor for an important purpose.
Wait, for real?
The moment is not yet upon us. Still, the truth will be revealed to you in time.
Huh. She really seems to be playing up the whole mysterious Adeptus thing right now. Is it because we just heard that cool story about her powers?
No, maybe it's because we're trying to point out that she was trying to get out of a conversation. Anyway, hi, Madam Ping. Hopefully we'll come talk to you later. Admiring the flowers. Well, I'm glad we have supposedly good luck this year. Is that it? Wait, what's... Oh, that's the Adventurers Guild. I don't know why it's marked off like that. I don't know.
You get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, how can I not? Not even fine food is enough to distract from the presence of a fine lady, eh?
Oh no. They're here to see the boobs. That's not good.
Oh, I'm far more interested in getting her details than ordering any dishes. Hey, how about you ask her?
Oh my god. Guys, no. You guys are gonna get murdered by her mom.
You do it.
No. I think you should. Wait, she's coming.
What can I get for you today?
Greetings, miss. I was just wondering if you'd be willing to...
What would you like to order?
Please, be quick. I am here to take your order, not to flirt. She is very scary.
2 servings of Mora meat to go. Oh, good chat. Bye.
Shenhe!
Welcome. It's been a while. May I take your order?
Don't welcome us as guests and greet us as old friends in the same line. It's weird.
It's been a while, Shenhe. I'll take 1 more meat.
Oh, and this is?
Okay. So Cloud Retainer has not taken this form in the last,
This is Miss Xingqiu.
This is gonna last like 2 seconds.
Master?
There we go.
Huh?
That didn't even last 2 seconds.
One does not recall ever revealing this form to you before. How were you able to ascertain one's true identity with such ease?
It's not hard, man.
I've trained and lived with Master for more than 10 years. I would recognize you no matter what form you take.
Aw.
You...
Both of my kids would recognize me no matter what.
Is something the matter, Master?
No, she's just about to cry about it. Don't worry.
Hardly. One simply learned of your employment from your letter and came to check on your well-being.
And check out the great food, too.
We always gotta order.
Indeed. It's almost lunchtime. My apologies. I'm still on the clock and can't talk for very long.
We can just ask Chef Mao for a lunch break.
Well, if it isn't the Traveler in Paimon. Are you here for Shenhe?
Sure.
The lunch rush isn't in yet, Shenhe. So I've got things covered for now. Go ahead, sit down and enjoy some time with your friends. I'll let you know if things pick up.
Yay.
Thank you, Chef Mao.
It always works out when the chef is the dad of one of your other friends. Oh, whoops. Gotta jump over a chair.
It is just as one expected. The owner of Wanmin Restaurant is indeed a most reasonable and accommodating human. Still, the work here entails dealing with quite a varied group of people. Has this been difficult for you, Shenhe?
You're not exactly good at dealing with humans.
It's been manageable so far. I sometimes run into strange people, but I have figured out a way to deal with them.
Seems like you've been making progress. So by dealing with them, you mean...
What exactly?
First, I try to talk sense into them. If that doesn't work, I threaten them with violence. At this point, they usually decide they are in favor of a civil conversation.
She's like, I threatened to stab them. And then they realize, maybe I don't want to flirt.
Oh, how should Paimon put this?
Sounds very reasonable.
Oh, a sensible plan. One is gladdened to see you integrate so well into human society.
No, but okay. Sure.
And you, Master? How have you been?
Simply marvelous. Though Mount Outsong has scarcely enjoyed your presence recently, one has hardly found the pleasure of one's own company to be lacking.
I'm perfectly fine, living alone on my mountain. I'm totally not getting bored.
I see. Just as expected of Master.
She misses the two of you a lot. So she's dealing with a thing. Now, it's not related to being a bird, but it is for not bird-related reasons called empty nest syndrome. She may or may not be dealing with that right now.
I have missed Master quite a bit too. Even though work has been busy lately, I've already had a conversation with Chef Mao about taking some time off soon to visit Master.
Aww.
Oh, you did? Do make note of such matters in your letters in the future. There's hardly a need to keep one in suspense.
I didn't know, and I missed you, so I came down here. If you just said you were coming next week.
Whoa. Her mood shot up just like that.
By the way, Master, since you are in Liyue Harbor, have you had the chance to visit Ganyu?
Yeah.
Indeed. She is similarly preoccupied with her work. There was time only to exchange a few simple pleasantries.
Ganyu told us the story of Cloud Retainer's name. It was amazing. We never knew how powerful she was before.
She is still that powerful, Paimon.
I see. In that case, allow me to also share a story about Master's past.
Oh, the tables have turned. We are the ones sharing the childhood stories now.
Oh?
Is that a problem, Master? I believe this to be a good topic of conversation.
No, not a problem. One was simply caught off guard. But no matter, please, proceed. One is most curious to see how much of one's own conversational prowess you possess.
Master once participated in a race against Mooncarver. After Mooncarver lost, he insisted that Master's ability to fly gave her a natural edge in such a contest. In response, Master agreed to forego flying in return for being able to use one of her devices in the race. Mooncarver accepted, only to find Master with a brand new device on the day of the contest.
Huh. What kind of device was it?
A flying device?
It was a mechanical vehicle made out of iron. What was it called again? Oh, an electro-powered bicycle?
A motorcycle. Oh my god. It is a Bayonetta reference. She was racing around on a motorcycle.
Oh, you refer to the bicyclical Thunder Flashmobile. One spent 49 days conceptualizing and crafting it. It need only be infused with adeptal energy, and it can cover thousands of miles in one day.
Wow. That sure is a motorcycle.
Oh, it boggles the mind why Mooncarver ever supposed he might best me in a contest of locomotion. Though he sprinted with all his might, he could barely keep up. Alas, the one flaw of my mechanism lay in its weakness against mountainous terrain. One was thwarted mere seconds from victory when it was thrown off course and failed to make it across the final stretch. Truly a most unfortunate turn of events. Anyway, do go on, Shenhe.
Oh, you did not win the competition.
Master, that was the end of that story.
The part where you lost the race.
Is that so? With you gone, one has seldom felt the desire to call upon those old fossils for another contest. What is a race without spectators, after all?
Have you been lonely, Master?
Are you missing seeing people? And she's like, no, I'm an introvert. I don't like seeing people. It's like, I don't think you're an introvert anymore.
Lonely? At one's age, entire human generations come and go in the blink of an eye. Even one's own self-directed musings can span several days and nights. 'Tis a most foreign sentiment. The mere mention of it is preposterous.
No, I would never be lonely.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we come and visit for a reason.
What is the reason for that look upon your face?
Don't worry about it.
It's nothing. It's just... Well, Paimon gained a lot of respect for you after listening to that story of you summoning the rain and everything. But all it took was a few words out of your mouth and it's like you're back to being that illuminated bird again.
I feel like that's an insult. Paimon.
Paimon's just a little bit confused. Which one of the two is the real cloud retainer?
They both are. She can be cool and also a loser at the same time. Those aren't exclusive things.
To me, they are both master. One is the master that's widely revered by the people, while the other is the master that I respect and adore.
Aww. See, at least one of your kids likes your racing competitions.
Huh. One finds oneself exalted yet again with sweet words of praise and flattery of a most extravagant nature. You chose to exalt one with your words, yet you refuse to grace Mount Outsong with your presence for any extended period of time. One would almost question the sincerity of your estimations.
You are still upset that they both moved out. You knew this was happening.
This is not to say that your words paint an inaccurate picture. One has always lived by a single ideal. Eschew all action and abide by no rule. One does as one pleases and speaks as one pleases. Others may critique or praise as they see fit, yet one places little weight in such judgments.
So you say.
She got like, what, 2 sentences of flattery from her disciple? And it's as if her ego is about to burst.
She's not used to it, okay?
Do you have any empty tables?
I'm gonna say no.
Hey there, could we get another fish stew?
I'm hearing more guests come in. I should get back to work.
Alright, good luck with the lunchtime rush, Shenhe.
Mm-hmm. I'll try my best.
Of course.
So much yummy food! Paimon's gonna feast!
Is this food to your taste?
One is fond of all kinds of delicacies and delights in a multitude of flavors. The dishes here demonstrate no shortage of culinary skill. Their unique flavor profile has left one more than satisfied. In fact, one has been struck by quite the fit of inspiration. One has already begun to conceptualize the next generation of supreme cuisine machines.
Let's go! You're gonna invent the microwave!
Everything's so tasty! A bit too hot at times, but still super tasty.
Correction. She'll make a crock pot, not a microwave. But still.
I'm sorry, miss, but our tables are full.
Shall we try somewhere else, Granny? But it smells so delightful. Can we really not eat here? My poor legs can't go on for much longer.
Well, you could always check with some of the other guests and see if anyone's happy to share a table.
Okay, I'll ask around.
I mean, we sure are only using half of a table.
Excuse me. Would you mind letting us share a table with you? There are no empty tables left, so...
Ah, well, Paimon doesn't mind. What about you guys?
I don't mind.
Great! Thanks so much. My name is Xianyun, and this is my granny, Yuendai.
Granny?
Yep. Is there something wrong with that?
I don't know why Paimon would have a problem with it being the granny.
No, Paimon's just a bit surprised. She looks so young.
What?
Yeah. A lot of people compliment Granny on her youthful looks, but she's actually much older than she appears.
Have you seen a cloud retainer
Granny?
human before?
Why don't you take a seat? Come on, it's not polite to stare.
Huh. Have we met before?
No.
'Tis a fated meeting, then. Please, take a seat.
What would you like to eat, Granny? I can order for you.
I want braised earthworms. They always pop up out of the ground after a rainstorm.
I don't think they sell those here, Granny.
No, not this again. Granny, there's no braised earthworms on the menu.
Braised earthworms? Well, that sounds weird. Do people actually eat that?
I don't want to ask. Traveler, no, I don't want to ask. That sounds rude.
Right, that's what Paimon was thinking too.
No, Paimon, no!
I need any help?
Help? Oh, do you mean with Granny? Thanks, that's nice of you to offer. Granny has pretty bad dementia, so her memory's getting worse all the time. She's always saying things that sound kinda confusing.
Hey, they're just like, it's dementia. That's fair.
Actually, her memory's been bad ever since I was little. But it's gotten so bad lately that I even have to remind her who I am every morning.
That's sadly how it works, unfortunately. Where are your parents, kid?
They died young.
Oh.
It's just me and Granny now.
Oh. You are way too young to be dealing with a grandparent with dementia. I'm so sorry.
Oh, but it's okay. Don't feel bad. Granny loves me a lot, and I love her a lot too. Sure, it's hard at times, but you just gotta make the best of the life you've got.
You are just so young.
Wow, you're really tough for your age, kid.
You're too kind.
And me? Oh, what about me?
You're tough too, Granny. Plus, you're really gentle, and you're always there for me.
Yes, and it's hardly as if I forget everything. I still remember the important things. Wait, what was that really important thing again?
Oh no. That's how it be.
Ah, I remember now. It was a dream. I had a dream where everything was dark. Someone was standing in front of me. She told me to come and find her, and that once I'd found her, I would be free.
Huh?
That sounds super important. But how come you've never told me about it before?
Yeah, that sounds like an important detail to leave out for years, Granny.
It was just a dream, so I forgot about it. But I'm in a good mood now, and somehow I remembered it again.
That's how that goes, unfortunately.
You know, I believe I've had this dream a great many times. But just how many times have I had it? Now that I do not remember.
Wait, so you have a reoccurring dream where someone's talking to you? That sounds spooky. Does that mean you're possessed?
Paimon! Come on, it's a granny.
Unlikely. Her eyes are clear and her breathing remains calm and level. One sees no signs of possession.
Are you sure?
I would trust her to know.
Who do you take me for? Is one not an adept? Am I not an expert?
You're right. Paimon almost forgot you're the expert. In that case, do you still remember what the person in your dreams looked like, Granny?
Not anymore. Although, I have a sense that she looked rather like me. But not as I am now. My younger self.
A younger version of Granny?
This is just getting weirder and weirder. What is going on here?
I don't know.
As one said, fate must have brought us together. You may leave the situation to me.
Are you sure? So, what are your names?
Traveler. No, I will not elaborate.
Paimon's Paimon.
I'm traveler.
Just Shenyun is fine.
I can't. I'm not gonna be able to say it. I'm sorry. Zenyun.
Thank you all so much for offering
I'm
to
not
help.
allowed to say this one.
But first, I'm sorry for asking, but, how do you want us to pay you back?
Oh, we don't need any payment for this.
We're just curious.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. But Miss Xianyun, what exactly can we do to help out this granny?
Yeah, I don't know if we can help with dementia. That one's not something you can magically cure.
All we have to go off is that dream. Where do we start?
That is elementary. Since her dreams portray her younger self, then we shall retrace the steps of her youth. Once we have revisited those places, her memories will likely return.
I mean, that is how it works with dementia patients sometimes. Giving them something from their past usually sparks memories.
Sounds like a plan. So, Granny, do you remember which places you went to when you were young?
Gonna need to narrow that down.
Why, of course I do. The heavens above, the earth below, the wispy clouds, and the emerald mountain streams.
Okay, that does not narrow it down.
Okay, taking that as a no.
Thanks, Paimon.
I might have an idea. Once, when I was really little, my dad told me that Granny used to be a martial artist heroine who saved loads of people from a disaster. If it's true, then maybe they wrote about it in the history books or something.
A martial arts heroine? Oh, Xingqiu knows tons about Liyue's chivalric traditions. If anyone knows about the heroes of the past, it's him. Let's go find him at the Feiyun Commerce Guild.
You know, because he totally
Are
has
you
the free
leaving
time.
already? But I'm still hungry.
I'll go order some food, Granny. If there's nothing on the menu you especially want, I'll just get a few different things.
It seems we must part ways for now. The Traveler and Paimon are bound for the Feiyun Commerce Guild, while Yuendai and Shuyu shall remain here and partake of their lunch. As for myself, I have matters to discuss with Streetward Rambler.
With Madam Ping. Of course. You know you can call her Madam Ping.
Streetward Rambler? Oh, you mean Madam Ping!
Wait, Paimon, did you not put that together?
Precisely. Let us meet at Yujing Terrace once you are ready.
She's like, I ate lunch and now I'm gonna go have tea.
Always wanted to try this place.
Don't worry about it.
The food is unbelievable.
Alright, do you guys have any more bonus stuff to say?
Where are you going, Granny? Don't you like the food?
Fresh milk. I need to buy you some fresh milk.
No.
Milk? Why?
You need to drink milk before eating, or the spicy food will make you cry. Hush, little one. Don't cry.
Granny, you're forgetting things again. I'm not a little baby anymore. I can eat spicy food now. Even the super spicy dishes, like their fish stew. I can eat 2 whole bowls, no problem.
Wonderful. Oh, wonderful. My darling granddaughter is all grown up.
Enjoy your lunch. Oh, it's fish. And potatoes. And those are dumplings.
This
And
food
yeah,
is
we got the
unbelievable.
Adeptus Temptation. I'm jealous.
To your heart's content.
Alright.
Today is my
Let's see what Xingqiu's up to. I didn't know he would be here.
Next on the agenda.
reading a book.
Huh. It's you two. What brings you here?
Xingqiu! Great, we found you! We wanted to ask you about something.
That's not a whole lot of information to go off of. I don't know if I can say for sure.
That's fine.
I can't pinpoint her identity from your description alone. But considering her age, I am reminded of a nameless heroine who's been featured in various chivalric novels.
Nameless heroine?
That's right. The novels often speak of a great drought from 50 years ago. As the people suffered, a nameless heroine appeared and began to clear away evil spirits and bandit camps. The people idolized her, but never learned her name.
Wait, I thought the drought was a long time ago because Ganyu wasn't around.
All they knew was that she always acted alone. Later, though, she supposedly fell in love with a similarly noble-minded exorcist from Mount Tianheng. They were well matched in more ways than one, often fighting together as a fearsome duo of otherworldly strength. After the drought ended, the heroine and the exorcist left the public eye and began living a reclusive life in the mountains. All that remained were tales of her incredible accomplishments. The way this nameless heroine faded from fame into obscurity later in life is not too dissimilar from Miss Yuendai. I hope that's somewhat helpful.
I mean, I guess maybe there's multiple drought stories.
Thanks a lot, Xingqiu. We knew it'd be worth talking to you.
It's nothing at all. Just something I came across while reading. I did do a bit of extra research on her story, but it was just out of personal curiosity.
Well, Paimon still thinks that's super cool. Oh, wait, Xingqiu, if you've read up on her, do you know of any places often associated with her?
Like, what village was she protecting?
Let me think. In the novels, the nameless heroine always appeared near one of 3 places. Wangshu Inn, the area just north of Jueyun Karst, and Qingyun Peak. Perhaps the real-life heroine who inspired the character was also often seen near those 3 places. That would explain why those locations appear in the various novels written about her.
Thanks.
You're welcome. To be honest, I found some parts of the story confusing when I first came across it. If Miss Yuendai was indeed the original inspiration for the character, she may just be able to help me put the pieces together. It's rare for a chivalric hero to fade into obscurity during their lifetime, even after retiring from the public eye. But no one ever saw or heard from the nameless heroine again. There were even rumors that she became extremely ill. I've never understood why someone would go to such lengths to erase themselves from public memory. It's almost as if she was trying to hide from something. There's probably far more to the story than what's been written.
Interesting.
We'll be sure to tell you if we manage to uncover the truth.
That's a deal. Perhaps, behind the truth of it all, there lies a story more fantastical than any work of fiction.
Paimon feels like we just learned so much from Xingqiu. A drought, a nameless heroine, a life of seclusion. Wait, why does the story sound super familiar?
Like we just heard it this morning.
Oh, right! There's a drought in this story, too! Xingqiu, are droughts super common in Liyue or something?
Well, they used to be. But people have long since developed methods to prevent them, like by cultivating the soil or digging canals. So while droughts do happen from time to time, they are rarely regarded as true disasters. The drought 50 years ago is probably one of the worst we've had in the last several centuries.
Okay.
The crops withered, the streams ran dry, and the monsters in the mountains became rabid and agitated. Countless caravans were attacked, and people who lost their homes came together to form bandit groups. What started as a natural disaster soon became a human tragedy as well.
That sounds awful.
Yeah, and that's exactly why the nameless heroine was so beloved. She must have been someone of true integrity, to do so much for the people while asking nothing in return. Still, as terrible as that drought was, it was nothing compared to the truly calamitous disasters that befell this land in ancient times.
You know, an ancient drought.
They say that back in those days, disasters were both more severe and more common. Only the strongest of Adepti could hope to dispel the ruin and devastation.
And one of those super strong Adepti was Cloud Retainer.
Do you have any other questions?
We're good for now. We're just going to head back and meet up with Miss Xianyun and the others again. Paimon hopes that Granny Yuendai will be able to remember more of her past. She used to be a great hero who saved many people. So sad that she can't recall any of it. Anyway, we'll be off now. See you some other time, Xingqiu. Thank you so much for your help.
It's no problem at all. Safe travels.
Alright, I'm just running around up the stairs to talk to Madam Ping.
Next on the agenda.
I have recorded the tune that you requested. I hope it will be of help to you.
Ooh.
Oh, thank you. Straightward, Ping, what has amused you so?
The fact that you're in human form.
Oh, it's no serious matter. I was just reminiscing about the last time I saw you in this form. Time has wrought such change in this world, and yet you appear just the same as ever.
Time has little bearing on one's existence, nor has one keenly felt its effects whilst dwelling at Mount Outsong. Nevertheless, Ping, one would like to seek your counsel on a personal matter.
Should I come down here and deal with humans more often?
Oh, why so formal all of a sudden? I must say, you're making me a little nervous. What is it?
Well, the inquiry is as such. Approximately how much more would one need to afford a comfortable life in the harbor, not unlike the one that you yourself lead?
So Madam Ping lives in the teapot. She does not pay rent. She also does not work. Because again, she lives in a teapot. She can't tell you how much it costs, man.
It does not require as much as you may think. Still, do you mean that...
You're thinking about getting an apartment in the human world.
Cloud Retainer, Madam Ping! What are you two talking about?
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
Nothing save for some trivial matters. Have you unearthed any useful details?
Xingqiu has a theory, but let's save it for when Qiu and Miss Yuendai have joined up with us again.
Do not be troubled, young lady. Here, have some tea.
Thank you so much.
What do you think, Qiu? Does it match up with what you know of your granny?
Being a strong superhero is not what she knows about Granny.
According to the story, the nameless heroine eventually fell in love with an exorcist from Mount Tianheng. Maybe that's my grandpa.
Do you know anything about your grandpa?
I don't have many memories of him, but there was this one time I found a box in our attic full of a bunch of weird sigils.
Guess that means he was an exorcist.
I think so too. Granny might remember something once she's returned to a familiar place.
What marvelous tea. I can taste the dew's sweetness in this cup. It's as if I was taking a stroll in the mountains, thoroughly one with nature and at peace.
Is that so? Then please drink as much as you like. There's no need to hurry. At our age, it's always nice to slow down and take the time to appreciate pleasant conversation among friends.
Thank you.
Just a bunch of old ladies drinking tea. I guess we're resting here.
Okay, since we have the time, can I ask you something?
Sure thing. What would you like to know?
I have a secret I want to tell you. Let's go talk over there.
Okay. What secret do you have, small child? Should I be concerned?
What's wrong, Xianyun?
Well, I've been kind of meaning to ask ever since we started talking in the restaurant, but are you guys all adepti in disguise?
Cloud Retainer is so bad at this. It is hilarious. It's like this child is not related to magic at all. And she's still like, that's an adeptus.
Oh! How about that?
Why do you ask?
Well, you guys just seem super special. Plus, I think I might have heard Miss Shenyun call herself an adeptus.
She sure did do that. She sure is bad at keeping that secret.
Must have been a slip of the tongue. Xianyun, since you were the one who, misspoke, maybe you can explain to Xianyun here what you really meant by that.
Because you're totally not an adeptus.
One is indeed an adeptus. Is that of some concern to you?
Huh?
Well, the cat's out of the bag. What do you want her to do?
I knew it.
You don't sound surprised.
Well, one time when I was a little kid, I saw a pure white illuminated crane.
Yeah, that was Cloud Retainer.
I had this super high fever, and Granny wasn't around. I was feeling all icky and gross. But then this snowy white crane flew down from the sky. She put me on her back and flew me to her cool adeptus house and fed me some sort of magic potion. When I woke up, I was already back in my bed and my fever was gone.
Cloud Retainer, do you just kidnap children? And then sometimes return them? And then in Shenhe's case, you did not return the child? To be fair, Shenhe's case was a very messed up one, and there was no village to return the child to, but...
I really wanted to thank her, but I was too sleepy to stay awake, so I never got the chance. So, I just kind of wanted to ask if maybe any of you have ever met an adeptus like that?
Okay, Paimon, you have one job, and that one job is to not mess up this lie.
A pure white illuminated crane? The only two we've ever met are blue and white and black and brown.
Oh. Well, maybe because it was dark, she didn't see the blue on the white crane.
Have you ever met one that's pure white, Cloud Retainer?
Never has one met an adeptus with such features. One surmises such a description is but a hyperbolic embellishment that oft results from narrative accounts.
Therefore meaning there was probably blue on the white crane. And who is the blue and white crane we know?
That's weird. Was it really just a dream then?
Yes.
Well, even if it was just in my head, it doesn't matter that much anyway. All I really want is to help Granny recover her memories. I'm really grateful for all your help.
Leave it to us! Now that we know the 3 locations, we just need to visit them one by one. Let's go to Wangshu Inn first.
Because that one does not require us to climb a mountain with a, 70-year-old lady.
Okay, I'll go get Granny.
She is still drinking the tea. We are gonna slowly walk to the inn with a 70-year-old woman. Nah, fuck that shit. I'm teleporting. I am not walking that.
Wangshu Inn. Wangshu Inn.
Do you remember this place, Granny?
Yes. The fish here is very delicious, and if you look out into the distance, you can always spot a bird that's been left behind by its flock.
What?
I believe I used to have a room here. It had a window. Yes, I spent a lot of time looking out that window. Which room was it again? Let me look.
I'll come with.
Maybe we can find the room you rented at the inn for...
Paimon's still having some trouble understanding what she's talking about, but if she's so familiar with this place, that must mean she lived here, right? Wait, huh? Whoa! Xiao, what are you doing here all of a sudden? You scared the living daylights out of Paimon!
Paimon, do not yell like that. You're the rude one right now. Xiao lives here. Every time. Everyone acts surprised. It's just like, he's like, I live here. What do you want from me? This is my home, and you guys keep showing up. And so I'm like, hi, what's going on? Because you usually bring drama. No offense.
I sensed a non-human presence and decided to come take a look.
Hi, Cloud Retainer. Hi, Auntie Cloud Retainer. What's up?
If you're here, then there's likely no trouble afoot. I suppose there's no cause for concern. It's been a while, Cloud Retainer. I see you have returned to your previous form.
Dude, he's been around since the Archon War, and she was human during that part. So yes. Yes, he has.
I have indeed. I fought alongside her in this form on many occasions during the Archon War.
There it is. But it's also a joke about the fact that she is Xiao's support. So when I wish for her, she's gonna help my Xiao team that I do not have.
Oh, wow! What was she like during the war?
She gave me a double jump. Very cool.
Oh, wait, let Paimon take a guess. Was it anything like this?
Silence.
Behold, the glory of one's newest invention, the Bang Bang continuous fire mechanism.
The Bang
Hands up
Bang.
and surrender, or be prepared to face the full might of the Adepti.
The Bang Bang continuous fire mechanism.
An impressive imitation.
Paimon knows her all too well.
Oh.
Even so, Cloud Retainer was not always as ostentatious as you describe. You may be unaware, but her talent with Adepti sigils is just as formidable as her skill in mechanics.
So she was a mage. Got it.
The Archon War reached its peak after Guizhong's death. The Cloud Retainer who fought beside me in those devastating battles was taciturn and solemn, only speaking when she had to activate her sigils.
So one might have been a little sad about Guizhong's death. No way.
A Cloud Retainer who barely talks? Paimon can't picture it. But what happened after that? If you were so powerful in your human form, why did you decide to take up your bird form again?
Because life is easier when you're just a bird and you have to worry about bird things. Humans have to deal with human things, and that's a lot of work.
Once one had bid farewell to the world of mortals, what use would one still have for such a shape? When dwelling between mountain and forest, away from the struggles and troubles of the mortal world, a mortal form is hardly the most fitting of choices.
It's easier to be a bird when I live on a mountain.
After the war, Cloud Retainer retired to Mount Outsong, only revealing herself to the occasional visitor, and always in her avian form.
It's just how she was.
Although I do believe there was an occasion some 30-odd years ago when she decided to don her human form. I believe it was for the purpose of...
What did she do 30 years ago?
One believes there is little need to relive bygone matters.
What happened 30 years ago? Hold on. That's a new point in the timeline. We were dealing with 50 years ago with this mystery. What happened 30?
Granny, are you okay?
Back then, at this place,
Are you okay?
Perhaps this conversation should end here. I shall take my leave now.
What? No, Xiao, stay. Buddy, you only just showed up.
Should you encounter any trouble, you need only call my name.
Like always.
However, given that you are traveling with Cloud Retainer, I trust you are in good hands.
Darn, I guess I'm not gonna need to call your name. Sad. Bye, Xiao.
Everyone, I think Granny is finally beginning to remember her past.
Slowly now, calm your mind and recount what has been recalled.
a long time ago, I stayed here to recuperate from my illness.
Huh. So what Xingqiu said was true! You did fall ill! Was that why you went into hiding?
I don't think she intentionally did. I think she was just ill for a long time.
I don't remember. I'm very sorry, but I can't even remember the name of my illness. The only thing I can remember is that it took a great toll on me, and there was no cure for it.
It was probably the karma from all the monsters you killed.
I was confined to my room in Wangshu Inn, where I spent many days unconscious. I'd come to every once in a while and stare at the migrating birds outside the window. It was a solemn sight. I remember crying, but I'm not even sure I knew why. One day, I met a traveling merchant. Upon hearing of my illness, he sold me a bottle of soul-revitalizing tea pills. He told me that the pills were concocted using Adepti blood and could be used to alleviate my symptoms. Sure enough, I made a full recovery. My illness remained dormant for several decades after that.
So your dementia is actually... Darn, we can't just have normal dementia. It's gotta be magic dementia. Come on.
Wait, but if your illness remained dormant for several decades, are you saying that what you're going through now is just a relapse of what happened all those years ago?
But wasn't she bedridden back then?
And it was all thanks to the pills that you managed to keep the symptoms in check? Paimon's brain kinda hurts. Do you remember anything else?
What? Paimon, why does your head hurt? It's just medication for an illness, for chronic pain. And she stopped taking the meds because it hasn't flared up in decades. And then forgot the meds existed because of the dementia from not taking the meds. That's how it works sometimes.
I'm sorry, I don't. Oh, if only I wasn't so useless.
Hey, you're not useless. You've done so much for me. Watched me grow up. Raised me. How could you say that about yourself?
Oh, fret not, dear child. Granny was just a bit frustrated. That's all.
I can't tell if the rain's intentional or accidental.
The recovery of a person's memories is a gradual process. Finding pieces of one's past is always superior to not finding anything at all. Let us make haste to the next location.
Next location. Oh, why don't we go to the area north of Qiaoying next? There isn't really a landmark there, so where should we start? Oh, Paimon's got it. Let's check out the houses in the area first. After all, if she was there for any length of time, then she would have stayed somewhere, right? Oh, Paimon's really got her thinking cap on today. At this rate, we'll recover all of Granny Wendai's memories in no time.
We're gonna go to where houses were. Okay, so the rain was not intentional. It just sort of accidentally showed up midway through. Oh, it's turned off. Like, where is the marker? What the, well, that's not very helpful. Also, these villages are abandoned. At least some, because one of these is Beto's village. It's abandoned. And the other one is Ningguang's village. And it's abandoned. So, I don't know. Oh, well, this one isn't abandoned. It's just got treasure hoarders.
Whoa, why are there so many treasure hoarders here? Guess it's time to round up some bad guys.
Okay.
Don't blink. Cut to the chase.
Boring.
The hunter becomes the hunted.
There we go. Easy enough.
Do you remember anything about this place, Granny Wendai?
Let me think. I feel like I've been here before, but I don't think I stayed here too long. I might have just rested here briefly before continuing on my way.
Got it. That's okay. There are still plenty of other places we can check.
Wait a second. If I remember correctly, I believe I brought... Ah, yes. I brought some sweet snacks with me. Go on, take some. You need to eat a lot if you want to grow big and strong.
Oh, thank you. Then Paimon will help us out.
Hold on for 2 seconds. I need to do this quick time event. It's just the one mage, and it's raining, so she is not gonna make it.
Final warning. Hey there. Attack! That's the way. Feeling lucky?
Commencing cleanup! Getting gear! Pair! Getting gear! Pair! Getting gear! Pair!
Umbrella warfare, I guess. The merrier. You asked for it. Hey there!
Okay. I just wanted to give the XP to the friendship team before we continue. Because everything else is... Yeah, I guess we'll do this one first.
Paimon sees an abandoned house. Why don't we take a break over there?
This place... It's...
Is it your old abandoned house?
Did you remember something, Granny?
I remember. Qiaoying. This is where your father was born.
I had a baby out here in the boonies.
It was a moonless night. I had been injured, So your grandpa was supporting me. We fled together with some being in the fog behind us in hot pursuit. I had exhausted my strength when the labor pains came on, so we took refuge in this house. Your grandpa set up a barrier outside, but neither of us knew if it could hold the monsters back.
Okay, that means she was fighting monsters, 9 months pregnant, and like was actively fighting them up until the day she gave birth. Like, what? Like, I get that she was doing martial arts and stuff, but...
I remember that night. I remember falling to my knees, reciting a prayer over and over.
Okay, that is... We didn't even bother to try to make a pregnant NPC.
I alone am the source of this sin. Punish me as you wish for forsaking my oath, but spare my innocent child.
Sin? Oath? Did you do something wrong?
Paimon, she was pregnant. I'm pretty sure whatever martial arts clan she joined had a clause about not getting pregnant, about not having sex. They usually have that.
I don't know. I don't remember. I only remember praying in the darkness with all my strength until the sun finally rose again and the fog cleared out.
And then I had a child.
Eventually, the house was filled with the sound of my baby's first cries. That baby was your father. I remember I clutched him tight to my chest and wept tears of joy. It was the first time I'd ever felt such happiness in my life.
I mean, that's how it is.
My dad?
Yeah.
He was my pride and joy, and so are you, Xianyun. You're so much like him, and I love you both so much. But you're always going to be different from me. Why? Just what did I do?
I don't care what you might have done, Granny. You'll always be the person I love more than anything.
Oh.
You're too sweet, Xianyun. I'm lucky to have you with me. If not for you, I would not have had the courage to come here, to try to remember what I had forgotten. All right, let's not stand around any longer. There's one place left, yes? Let's go take a look.
If one recalls correctly, the next place should be Qingyun Peak. You and I, how fares your health?
It's pretty hard
I
to climb a
may be a
mountain.
bit slow, but I'll do my best to keep up. I'm sorry to keep everyone waiting.
Climb on, I shall carry you to the top. Oh, such lightness of weight.
All those who grow old grow frail in the end, do they not? First, you lose your memory, then your health. Eventually, you end up losing everything. My only wish is to depart this world with a lucid mind, to free myself of this torment and the burden it places upon others.
Fret not, you have my aid in this endeavor.
If only dementia could be magic away, man. That's not how that works. Also, poor Cloud Retainer having to carry an old lady up all these steps. It's just, there's so many steps. Wait, what would have been at the... Aw, did I not... I shouldn't have gone to that. I should have gone to that one next. I missed it. I missed the cutscene area. That's upsetting.
We're finally here. Does this place feel familiar to you, Granny Wendai?
Let me see. How strange. Have I lived here before?
Take your time.
When we were at Wangshu Inn and the abandoned house earlier, though I couldn't remember everything, I still felt a sense of familiarity. I could easily picture myself in those places.
But you don't remember here.
But here, I don't have that feeling. Perhaps I did come here in the past, but it just didn't leave a strong impression on me.
But did the stories get it wrong then?
They probably guessed because of thinking she was some sort of adepti.
Yeah, that's true. But they're also the only thing we have to go off of. Paimon was hoping this place would jog Granny Wendai's memory just like the others.
I'm sorry to disappoint you too.
It's all right. We're not going to give up yet. We'll figure something else out. Just you wait.
Thank you. If only I could remember. Huh? That way. What's that mountain?
Cloud Retainer's like, that's totally not my home. Totally not my home. What are you talking about?
Oh, let Paimon look! Huh? Isn't that Mount Outsong? Looks like we've come full circle.
Mount Outsong. Mount Outsong.
Did you go there?
Granny, are you okay? Don't push yourself, Granny. It's okay if you can't remember. You shouldn't do something that makes you sad.
Mount Outsong, What am I really?
Mount Outsong holds some familiarity to you?
That's news to Cloud Retainer.
It does, but I can't go back.
Are you feeling unwell?
My head, it feels all heavy and dizzy. What is wrong with me?
I don't know.
Cloud, Miss Xianyun, is there anything you can do?
Let us go to Mount Outsong.
Might as well go. It's my house.
But...
Fret not. All will be well. You and I, you have already given more than enough to the pursuit of this endeavor. You may leave the rest to me. I've prepared something that can aid you in suppressing the fear in your heart and restoring your lost memories. It currently resides at Mount Outsong.
A potion.
Wait, really? When did you do that?
I think she just always had it.
I never leave anything to chance. All will reveal itself when we arrive.
I'm like, I always got a magic potion. Okay, here we go. I love the wind currents.
Here, this is it.
Music box. And you have the disc you had Madame Ping make.
Huh? But isn't this the mechanism that you were tinkering with when we first got here?
It's a record player,
is it another
Paimon.
invention of yours?
It's a record player.
Precisely. A recent one at that. I am most pleased with the result. I call it the Suspensus Somnium mechanism.
A record player. Okay.
It periodically releases a soft breeze, which when paired with a gentle adeptal tune, can help the listener subconsciously relax and even enter a semi-hypnotic state.
It plays really pretty music.
soothing agitation and anxiety, relieving exhaustion and insomnia. Its potential uses are numerous indeed. And of course, it can also aid in the recovery of lost memories.
When you play a song that the old person remembers.
Whoa, what a cool gadget! But if you had it all along, why did you keep it to yourself until just now? We could have come to Mount Outsong right off the bat and saved Paimon a lot of floating.
Hush, Paimon.
How preposterous. Had Yuendai not recalled much of her past through her own efforts, the device would have nothing to draw upon. We Adepti can only help those who first resolve to help themselves. Had she lacked such determination and strength of character, one would have little to offer in way of assistance.
Paimon thinks she gets it now. Hey, what's that other thing?
The record?
As previously mentioned, a gentle adeptal tune is required to take full advantage of the mechanism. One secured such a tune from Streetward Rambler. Only with her melodies can the mechanism reach its peak power.
Because she's the best music player we have left.
Whoa, Paimon can feel what you mean. Paimon's body feels light as a feather. It's as if she's lying down on a warm patch of grass after a super satisfying meal.
Whoa, that was loud. I was turning up the volume to try and hear the music. Because I want to listen to Madam Ping's song, okay? You know how we waited a whole year for this, man.
And you and I, is the mechanism helping you to relax?
I do believe she fell asleep.
It appears she has already succumbed to the depths of reverie. Come, join one on this side. We shall give her some time to herself.
The drought is over. But why do you look like you want to cry?
The potion. It's nearly run its course.
I've never regretted meeting you. Not even for a second.
Please. Please, no.
Oh.
Have you forgotten? This is the world you left behind. One of gentle breeze and morning dew, perfectly straddled betwixt the realms of heaven and earth. This is your home. This is where you belong. You should have never left. The you of the past, the me from not that long ago. We should have never.
So she was the white crane, and she took the grandkid to her abode before to get a potion, but she fell in love with the human.
So that is the truth. No wonder this place is so familiar. I
used to be an adeptus.
Granny! Granny, are you okay?
Cloud Retainer.
Yep, there it is. I guess it worked.
Your memories have returned.
Wait, did you just call her by her full name? Does that mean
you know each other?
You already knew each other?
And Cloud Retainer was pretending to not know you?
Yes. I now remember everything. Everything.
Okay, can you explain some of it then?
Granny, please don't cry. I'm here. I'm here.
Oh.
Oh, don't worry, my dear child. Granny is fine. I'm so sorry, everyone. You've gone to so much trouble on my behalf. It's all come back to me now. The most important thing that I had forgotten was the truth of what I once was.
An Adeptus.
One can sense the guilt that now plagues your conscience. Reclaiming a truth long buried is sure to come with a myriad of complex emotions. Perhaps one should recount the story on your behalf while you compose yourself.
Yes, please explain.
No, it's okay. Now that I've remembered, I must face my memories head on.
Okay, if you say so.
Xiu, everyone, I cannot thank you enough for all your help. I'm ready to tell you my story, if you're willing to listen.
Please, Granny, don't force yourself. What happened in the past doesn't matter. I love you more than anything. Nothing you say can change that.
Oh.
I know, dear child. My feelings for you are exactly the same. It is for this reason that you deserve to know the truth. Some time ago, I made a terrible mistake. One for which I could never atone.
Is this the sin that you mentioned in Jueyun Karst? What happened?
I am, in truth, not a human being. My real form, one that I held for centuries, was that of a wild crane.
Yeah?
I spent many, many years living on Mount Outsong, bathing in the soft breeze and drinking the sweet dew of the mountains. At some point, I somehow gained wisdom and sentience. The Lord of the Mountain, Cloud Retainer, became aware of my existence and began to share many stories with me. She even passed on the secret of cultivation to me.
Because you became an illuminated beast.
Though she never took me on as a formal disciple, I always saw her as my master. Whenever she took out her tools to work on mechanisms or new inventions, I would also stand next to her and watch. I even contemplated completing my training and becoming an adeptus in my own right. I followed her teachings, and time gradually passed us by. Until that fateful day 50 years ago.
50 years ago?
What happened? During the drought?
That's right. Master regaled me with many stories of her past deeds. From them, I learned how she had saved people from a similar crisis in the past. She was the one I looked up to the most. More than anything, I dreamt of becoming an adeptus like her. I wanted to travel the land like she had, relieving suffering wherever I went. But I was still far from being a real adeptus. I possessed no ability to take on human form and fit in with the crowd. Once she learned of my desires, Master prepared a special dose of human mimicry potion for me.
To help you get a human form. But the potion was running out.
She warned me that the potion's effects would only last 10 years, and if I were to fail to return to my original form at the end of that time, I would forever forget my past as a crane and become something neither human, beast, nor adeptus.
Oh no. So that was the source of your dementia all along.
But you never turned back into a
Was
crane.
it because of Grandpa?
Yeah, she sort of fell in love.
Indeed, I fell in love. Though he was human, he had spent his entire life training on Mount Tianheng. When we met, it was not only my first foray into the world below, but his as well. Although clumsy and impulsive as he was, you'd think he was the real strange bird among the two of us. But still, just like me, He cared deeply about the world and wanted, more than anything, to cleanse it of all pain and suffering. I could not help but fall for him. But my time continued to tick away. Those 10 years passed by in a flash. Yet I did not want to leave his side, so I...
Took the potion again?
Oh no. What happened next?
I committed an offense. I wanted to stay with him, even if it meant living a life full of pain and suffering, even if it meant that I would eventually turn into a monstrosity. I knew I had betrayed Master's hopes, but I was too ashamed to face her. So I wrote her a long letter instead and asked someone to leave it outside her abode. I was convinced that she would not support my decision, and I lacked the courage to speak to her face to face. In my shame, I fled and tried to hide from the world, such that no one would be able to find me again.
That's why you stepped away.
But that was only the beginning of my troubles. I began to suffer from a strange illness. My memories became hazy and confused, and I could no longer keep myself awake. I understood that my pain was caused by my refusal to return to the life I was fated to lead. Along with my memories as a crane, I soon forgot the true cause of my suffering as well. I knew only that I had committed a sin. All I could do was pray for forgiveness, even if I had long forgotten what needed to be forgiven. Looking back, I was beyond lucky to have come across that traveling merchant at Wangshu Inn. It was such a fortunate coincidence that we were there at the same time. If it weren't for those soul-revitalizing tea pills, I probably would have...
I wonder who sent that merchant. Who gave that merchant magic adepti pills? Who could have ever done such a thing?
Granny, what's wrong?
Coincidence? Why did I ever think it was a coincidence? Tea pills concocted using the blood of an adeptus? No, it couldn't be. Master, don't tell me. Back then, that merchant was actually...
Oh. Are we giving it? Are we saying that she took the form of a dude to pretend to be a salesman to sell the pills? Ooh.
Human custom would dictate the conferral of gifts to be in order when one's progeny is wedded, would it not? Consider the pills a symbol of one's best wishes.
Also, so we learned about the third kid, apparently. It's what we also learned about. And that she considered, and she did give her blessing for the wedding.
So when I tried to conceal my name and mistakes from the world and hide myself away in perpetuity, the only person I managed to deceive was myself. You knew where I was all along.
She's an adeptus, of course she does.
One still remembers when you were but a fledgling. You possessed a certain fondness for a particular game. You would hide yourself among a group of wild cranes and ask one to pick you out from among the flock.
You could always tell which one was your kid.
One found you with such ease every time. 'Tis a truth most evident. One always recognizes one's own, no matter what form they may take.
And then Cloud Retainer's other two kids passed the test too, and we're so proud of everybody.
Wait! Paimon's confused!
Okay, are we gonna spell this out for Paimon?
So, Cloud Retainer, you found Yuendai again? But how? When? And what happened after that?
Perhaps it is now time for one to recount the rest of the tale. One was furious upon receiving your letter. Seized with anger, one set out to bring you to your senses.
I'm just having fun. Excuse me while I just double jump everywhere. Like, this is the best.
Skyward! Scatter!
Woo! I just like the movement of that.
Yeah!
So good. There's a...
Skyward! In truth, one had more than a few misgivings about your chosen partner. As an exorcist, his talent was lacking. One could hardly say his skill with sigils was any better. But soon, one came to appreciate the devotion he bestowed upon you during your illness. He never uttered a complaint and rarely left your side. Unwilling to begrudge someone of such character, one decided to overlook his aforementioned deficiencies, glaring though they may have been. Wishing to grant you a life without regrets, one gathered many divine ingredients and used one's own blood to create a form of medicine. Though imperfect, it managed to suppress the more dire effects of your illness. As for how to deliver the medicine, after much contemplation, one eventually decided to perform the deed oneself.
And there it is.
One took great care to alter one's features
Are you kidding
and
me
select
right
the
now?
appropriate attire. Only after meticulous scrutiny did one finally set out for Wangshu Inn.
You kidding me right now? We're just like, oh yeah, she just used a fake.
As one expected, you were most ignorant of one's true identity. You showed not even the slightest inkling of recognition.
We're really playing the dumb game. Are we really doing this? We know what death dice can change
One was
forms.
quite torn. Should one have celebrated the success of one's disguise, or mourn the loss of your acquaintance?
A fake mustache was all it took. I'd be a little offended too. Oh, I want to pick the flowers. Come on, they're glowing. Oh. The double jumped it. Okay, what the frick?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Scatter.
There we go. Okay, so it is just with the trigger. Gotcha.
Yeah. Skyward.
Whee! Double jump.
Yeah. Scatter.
Oh, a chest.
Yeah. Nevertheless, one would speak to you about another matter, if you are amenable, even considering your loss of memory. One was simply flabbergasted that you could so easily forget the consequences of consuming medicine infused with adeptal blood. Its proclivity to attract monsters is hardly that complicated of a concept to remember. To think that you tried to travel while weak from sickness and heavy with child. Had one not intervened to clear the fog, all of you would have been lost during the night. Yeah! Skyward! Scatter!
Oh, so she did protect the birth of the child.
Yeah! Yeah! Scatter!
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah!
Hell yeah. That's fun.
Yeah! Scatter! Skyward! Make way for the Adeptus! Skyward! Scatter!
Alright, I want her. Convinced me.
Yeah!
I
Scatter!
just haven't followed the double
Skyward!
jump, but you know it has to walk on like that?
Stray clouds converge! Scatter! Skyward! Those monsters would hardly have pursued you with such ferocity without sufficient incentive.
Oh my.
They were likely incited by the presence of godly remains. Said godly remains, in turn, were likely drawn to the trace of one scent on your body. One was, after all, an active participant in the Archon War. Some of the gods were likely shattered by contraptions of one's very making. In the end, one was relieved to see you endure through the night. At the break of dawn, one heard an infant's cry pierce through the air, and one saw you carefully cradle the child to your chest. Although certain mortal matters remain foreign to me, one could not help but be moved by your joy.
Aww.
To see you happy, that was more than enough.
I find it funny that we had to go through all this trouble because we couldn't ever possibly imply one of the playable characters would
Now
ever
you should
have a kid with a
complete
human.
understanding of the events.
Wait! But if that's true, then the crane who took care of me when I was sick must also be...
Ah, one had almost neglected to recount the absurdities of that tale.
Wait, so was it Cloud Retainer? I thought it was Granny. I guess it was Cloud Retainer. It was like, oh no, the great grandkid is sick. Whatever will I do? I must step in and help.
Just as you and I troubled one with her antics, so did you give one many a headache. Upon finding you burning with fever, one made plans to bring you back to one's abode for treatment. However, upon seeing one's form, you began to cry, refusing to get on one's back. When one asked you why, apparently you believed that one could not possibly be a true Adeptus, because all illuminated cranes are white from tip to toe. One had no choice but to apply powder to one's body to conceal the variegated nature of one's appearance. You became more than amenable enough when one stood before you devoid of any other coloring.
See, I just figured it was
It bears mentioning, however, that as a crane, Yuendai was nearly entirely pure white in color. Though you had never encountered her in that form, you still recognized the essence of her being.
Aww.
Perhaps fate brought you two together in more ways than one.
And that's the story.
Now all has been revealed. One owes you an apology, Yuendai. One recognized you upon your very entrance into Wanmin Restaurant. One has always viewed you as a disciple of equal standing with Ganyu and Shenhe.
Aww.
Indeed, one wished to bring your story to a satisfactory end with this visit to Liyue Harbor.
So you were there to visit all 3 of your kids. Not just the 2 kids that moved to the city. Aww.
Still, one could not reveal your identity right away. Had one simply informed you of all you had lost, all those cherished memories would merely have become the fictionalized account of another. Memories are most meaningful when recalled by those who lived through them. Would you not agree? Even if the process was painful and arduous to experience. Have you any further inquiries?
Master,
I'm waiting for this pop-up to time out.
I must ask, if you found me all those years ago,
Why did you leave me be, even though you knew about my mistake? Why did you not bring me back to Mount Outsong by force?
Because she wants her kids to be happy.
One has never regarded your action as a mistake. It was a simple choice, nothing more.
And even though it broke Cloud Retainer's heart.
When it is time for one's progeny to leave the nest, it is the responsibility of an elder to let them fly free. Yet, when your wings grow weary and the night grows dark, just know that you always have a place to which to return.
It's like, when my kids need to grow up and leave, I will reluctantly let them do it. But just know you can always come back. There will always be a place here if you ever need to come back.
'Tis a refuge referred to by many a name in mortal writing. Home, nest, haven. Whatever its denomination may be, its essence remains quite unchanged.
So it is about the nest being empty, huh? That is what this is all about. Got it.
One speaks, of course, of a place not unlike one's own abode. One's disciples are free to come and go as they wish, yet the door remains forever open to those who wish to return. One rather hopes you count yourself among them.
I hope you consider me your mom. But no pressure, though.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You and I. One expects you too have sensed the rapid deterioration of your condition as of late. Have you not?
You're getting old.
40 years ago, you chose a path without a future. Though one used one's own blood to provide you with a few decades of extra time, it merely delayed the inevitable. One may have extended the path, yet one was unable to alter its final destination.
You gotta turn back into a crane.
Even the power of an adeptus has its limits. Had your condition continued to deteriorate, you would have forgotten your life as a human entirely. In the end, you would have turned into a creature lacking in the ability to even comprehend its own monstrousness. Fortunately, you were able to avoid that scenario by reclaiming your memories. Though one sped the process along by providing some guidance, the result is entirely a reflection of your own effort.
So, what's gonna happen to Granny?
She needs to turn back into a bird.
One will help her reclaim her original form as a wild crane. If it be fated, she may recover her sentience one day.
She's gotta go back to being a regular crane, huh?
Is there no other way?
Master, you've already done more than enough for me. I don't know how I could possibly repay your kindness. This is a better result than I could have ever hoped for. How much time do I have left?
Not long. The transformation is imminent.
Granny, please don't leave, okay? You're all I have left.
Oh,
please.
Baby. I had to tell her she's turning back into a crane.
Don't be sad, dear child. Granny has led a wonderful life. My only regret is having to leave you behind. Don't forget to eat well, okay? A growing young lady like yourself needs lots of good food to grow big and strong. Promise Granny you'll take good care of yourself when I'm gone.
I promise, Granny. I'll do whatever you say.
Oh.
Good girl. Good girl. Don't worry. It's not goodbye forever. Granny's gonna become the most formidable crane in all of Mount Outsong. Granny will train day and night. I won't stop until I can turn into a human without having to rely on anything but my own power.
When that day comes, we'll be able to live together again. You and I. How's that sound?
Good.
Oh.
That's a good girl. Even though we won't see each other for a little while, as long as we both work hard, we're sure to meet again someday.
This is hidden traveler a little too hard, man. Hidden a little too close to home with this one.
I'll eat well, Granny. I promise. And I'll wait for you, no matter how long it takes. I'll wait for you to come back.
And Aether's just like, oh no, you're gonna make me cry.
That's a
Don't
good
make
girl.
me cry.
Then Granny really has no more regrets. I'm so sorry, Master. Thank you for everything.
And then there was just a crane. Well, Cloud Retainer, now you have to deal with one of your great-grandkids. You skipped a few steps, but...
Qiaoying.
Let her be. At her age, crying is a natural, if not fitting, response to such an event. Tears are a necessary part of maturation. Sometimes there is scarcely a better vehicle to wash away the toll of stress and misery. Now that the issue has been resolved, you should also take a moment to relax. Give yourself some time to rest. Take a nap if you must. One will wake you in due time.
Do I have to time travel to get to the end of this quest? Oh no, okay, we just have an immediate skip. Oh, to a cutscene. Let's nap. We're just gonna nap on the island. Why? Because Lemmy is here. The minute she showed up, it's like, oh, this is a dream. Oh, give it to him.
I always believed we would see each other again. That our days of separation would finally end. And all my troubles would be behind me. If only things could stay this way forever.
Dream, man. Oh.
A nightmare?
No.
Curious. If you're relaxed, shouldn't your dreams be pleasant?
It was a good dream. It's just...
You weren't ready to wake up.
Princess Aether moment.
Eloquent as one may be, words of comfort are not one's strong suit. You are doing all you can. One can see your strength of will, your fearlessness in the face of danger. And so, whatever your dream may be, one believes that you shall achieve it. Of course, whenever the perils you face overwhelm you, or you become weary, one is always here for you. After all, as an elder, it is only right to look out for the young ones.
And then she's just our mom. Oh my god, Paimon, you sleep with... You suck your thumb? Paimon, no!
Huh? Was Paimon sleeping just now?
You always do that.
Oh, Paimon wasn't talking to you. Paimon had a dream about eating grilled chicken drumsticks, that's all.
Paimon, don't talk about eating birds in front of the bird.
Madam Adeptus?
Oh, Xianyun, you're awake. How do you feel?
How was your nap?
I feel a little better. Thanks. I know I'll see Granny again someday, so I don't feel so sad anymore. Madam Adeptus, could I ask you something? Would you take me in as a disciple?
And then Cloud Retainer's like, oh no, I could never adopt another daughter. It's not like I need a fourth one.
Oh, and have you reasons for this sudden interest?
Grandma lives on this mountain now.
I know Granny thought what she did back then was wrong. She felt really bad about it. But without that mistake, I would have never been born.
This is true.
Even though Granny lost her memories, she never forgot to show me how much she loved me. So, I thought maybe one day I could become a cool adeptus like you and help a whole bunch of people, just like Granny wanted to do.
It is very hard for humans to become adeptus, but the Qingyun is just very, very, very hard.
Upon some reflection, one supposes you are no mere mortal. The fact that Yuendai's blood flows through your veins is proof enough of that. If this is what you desire, one shall make it so.
She's basically like Yanfei in that she's half adeptus, though that would have been her dad. She's a quarter, if we go by those rules.
Thank you so much, Madam Adeptus. No, I mean, Master.
Qiaoying, are you sure about this?
You're pretty young to be deciding to go into a discipleship.
Paimon's gonna let you in on a little secret. We've seen Cloud Retainer's 2 other disciples, and they pretty much eat nothing but bitter herbs like Qingyun and violet grass.
Paimon! Okay, that is not because of Cloud Retainer. Ganyu is a goat. She's just like that. Cloud Retainer knows how to cook. She has the really big cooking pot. It's her thing.
If you join them, you'll never enjoy one-man restaurant's delicious cooking ever again.
What are you talking about? Shenhe works there.
How utterly preposterous. One has never enforced such a rule.
I just have 2 weird daughters that eat flowers. And I don't stop them.
Every individual must find their own path to enlightenment. So long as one retains a pureness of spirit, one's dietary proclivities are quite irrelevant.
I don't care if you eat meat.
Well, you say that, but Paimon's not seeing any tasty treats up here now, is she?
Paimon.
Although Mount Outsong is rich in natural beauty, its location does preclude access to certain finer mortal comforts.
But it's okay, because I'm planning to rent a place in Liyue Harbor.
That is precisely why one plans to relocate to Liyue Harbor. Shu Yu shall have the honor of becoming one's first disciple in the human world.
And immediately, Ganyu and Shenhe are jealous. Because they're like, what do you mean you get to go and eat normal food because Walmart's down the street? We had to eat flowers.
Whoa, you're leaving Mao outside?
Is this also why you took a human form?
One has never concerned oneself with the location of one's residence. From the very beginning, one has sought only solace and peace.
You won't find those in Liyue Harbor, though.
Yet in the end, all of one's disciples ended up in Liyue Harbor. Ganyu, Shenhe, Yuandai, they all chose a life among the mortal world.
So I probably should take that into consideration and give it a try.
One has reflected on this fact for many years now. One can only assume that it is due to some failing on one's part as an elder or master.
Aww.
A failing, perhaps, of recognizing what it was they truly wanted.
Aw, you feel like it's your fault they decided to move to the city. That you didn't provide enough chances out here, but Cloud Retainer, you're in the middle of nowhere. I'm sorry, but there's nothing. There's a limit on what they can gain from living on a mountain.
One is most curious as to what aspect of Liyue Harbor could have enticed them to remain there. One could hardly offer an opinion on the matter, but perhaps some time in the harbor will prove instructive. Why are you all so silent?
We didn't expect that answer.
Paimon is, just a bit shocked, that's all. So, does this mean we can grab a meal together in Liyue Harbor sometime?
Well, that's why she said her and Ganyu could get lunch some other time when Ganyu had a break.
One has precious little time to squander. However, if one finds oneself otherwise unoccupied, one would not be opposed to the idea. One will be assuming the identity of a human while residing in Liyue Harbor. You should take care to avoid disclosing one's true identity.
You know, 'cause I'm so good at this. I am so good at pretending to be a human that everyone clocks me as not human 2 seconds into meeting me.
Don't worry, we'll help you keep it a secret.
We've helped Rex Lapis keep it a secret for 3 years.
So, when can we expect to start seeing you in the city?
Perhaps in 2 days' time. One has some matters to see to before one's departure. Preparation is the key to success, after all. One plans to put up various items from one's collection for sale. The earnings should provide for a comfortable living in Liyue Harbor.
You're gonna become an inventor. Fontaine's gonna lose their minds.
One has already picked out a handsome property near Chuhu Rock. 'Tis no small purchase, but what is mortal life if not one expense after another?
Seems like you've really thought of everything.
Okay, but she understands Mora as much as Zhongli understands Mora.
Then how about we meet up in Liyue Harbor in 2 days?
A sensible plan. See you then. Oh, also, why don't you take this suspense insomnia mechanism as a souvenir?
Let us take the record player.
Anytime you should feel ill at ease in the future, you may try quieting your mind and sitting in meditation as you listen to its melodies. It might help you find a new perspective.
Awesome! Thanks, Cloud Retainer! Hey, didn't we promise Xingqiu that we'd tell him what we found out? Should we make a trip to the Feiyun Commerce Guild? It's totally up to you.
Wait a minute, I'm still gonna talk to her.
So, about your move to Liyue Harbor, you gonna tell the other Adepti about it?
No, they'll figure it out eventually.
I have left an explanatory note in my abode. Those 2 old fossils will discover it, I am sure, should they come seeking my company. Considering their recent penchant for going off on private escapades, however, I find myself caring little for how they shall receive this news.
She's still annoyed that the other 2 have gone off on adventures without her. And lied, saying they were busy, so they could go on adventures together.
By the way, Qiaoying, we have a friend who helped us learn a lot of information about your granny. Is it okay if we tell him the full story?
Sure, I don't think Granny would mind, as long as you don't tell a whole bunch of people.
No, just the one guy.
I don't think she'd want too many people to know. They might go to Mount Outsong and start bugging her about it. Granny needs to focus on her training, you know? But telling a friend or two is probably fine.
No worries, our friend can keep a secret.
He probably won't tell people about the magic crane. Probably. He also probably won't come looking for it. But he also might come looking for it. We don't know with Xingqiu and what he decides he's gonna do with this information. Okay, let's see. Is he here or do I have to wait the 2 days? Okay, he is here. Good. Xingqiu, buddy, I got a story for you.
We meet again, dear friends. How did everything go?
Great, and it's all thanks to you.
Ah, I see. So the stories didn't get it right after all. Even though she was a celebrated heroine, she had to bear a heavy burden that most could not hope to understand. Thank goodness for the help of that Adeptus. At least she was able to recover what she had lost. Although I cannot claim to know exactly how their story will unfold from here, I trust the ending will be a happy one. Those united in a common purpose always find a way back to each other in the end. Thank you for helping me fill in the gaps. And don't worry, I'll keep this all to myself. It's not my story to tell, after all.
Thanks, buddy. Okay. Now I can time travel 2 days forward. But hey, that was a good character story quest. I will say Cloud Retainers will now be up there with some of the best story quests. Because it focused on her, and it focused on her daughters. Okay. Go to the harbor and see her. Do not know where in the harbor she is. Because she's trying to rent a place.
Your concerns are excessive and unfounded. This is but a simple collection of ordinary valuables. Such intense scrutiny is hardly necessary.
Oh no, we have to explain simple business practices.
To be quite honest, your insistence on that fact is my primary cause for concern. In what way are any of these ordinary? Every single item here could be worth more than everything I own combined. I simply can't risk shelling out that kind of mora without proper scrutiny. If I'm wrong, I would never be able to earn it back, not even if I worked every single day for the rest of my life. I have to be careful. Yes, you can never be too careful.
We're here, Clow. Miss Xianyun, what are you guys arguing about?
Whether or not she's a scam.
Ah, perfect timing. This ignoramus is questioning the authenticity of my wares. I'll have you know, these items have remained untouched in my personal collection for several hundred years. To question their legitimacy is pure folly.
Normal humans don't live for several hundred years, and so don't have collections for several hundred years. You are supposed to be pretending to be human. You are so bad at this.
Several hundred years?
Yeah, she's so bad at this, right?
Indeed. They're family heirlooms, you see. passed down over many generations, as families are wont to do.
It's totally just, family heirlooms.
Yep, they've definitely been around a while. We can vouch for her on that one.
Hear that? Had I not found myself in need of Mora, I would scarcely have had the heart to part with them. Indeed, you should consider it an honor to even have the opportunity to behold them with your own eyes.
Okay, but the fact that you're selling them on the street like this is a yard sale makes me question their value. No offense.
Doubt their authenticity any further, and I may just decide to take them to another buyer.
Whoa, please don't go! I apologize for any insult, miss. You see, I know full well that I lack the knowledge to judge the true worth of these items. If you could wait but a moment, I've hired an expert to appraise them for me. He should be here shortly.
It better be Zhongli. It better be Zhongli, or what's the point, man?
An expert, you say? Very well. I will wait for a little while longer, then. Traveler, Paimon, this is my new residence. If you have cause to seek my company in the future, this is where you can find me.
You mean the corner of the street or the house beside you? Because if you just live on the street, that's a concern.
Master! Oh, it's you two again.
Aww, she's got a new little dress. That's so cute.
Xianyun, you got a new outfit. It looks great on you.
Mm-hmm. Master made it for me. I like it too.
You know, like how she made outfits for the other two that you can now buy.
Huh? You know how to make clothes?
Well, she's wearing clothes.
Do I know how to make clothes? With the support of the proper mechanism, sewing is hardly a challenge.
To be fair, she invented the mechanical loom. When she went to the competition against Guizong for the best invention, she brought a loom. And then Guizong won with the ballista. But it's like, do you know how to sew? You said to the person who invented the sewing machine.
Master, I brought in most of my stuff. There's a few boxes left, but they're kind of heavy, so I just left them outside.
You mean those ones?
Fret not. I shall help you move them into your room.
Aww.
Actually, I should probably sort through my stuff a bit first. Everything's kind of messy right now, so maybe you could, not look yet, Master? Yeah, that'd be great.
Oh.
It appears my young apprentice has her own fair share of secrets. No matter. Do what you must, child.
Okay, I don't care what's in your boxes of treasures. It's probably garbage.
Now, this expert you mentioned. When can we expect their arrival?
Please be Zhongli.
Soon. Ah, there he is.
Come on.
Here, allow me to make some introductions. This is Mr. Zhongli, a well-respected consultant at Wangshang Funeral Parlor and an expert in all manner of valuables and antiques.
We're gonna be playing this game today. Let's see how we do. Hello, fellow humans, I said to another fellow human.
Mr. Zhongli, this is Miss Chenyu. She's the one who's looking to sell the collection of valuables I mentioned earlier.
Paimon, you again have one job.
Ah.
Zhongli also has one job and is suddenly struggling.
Huh.
If it isn't Miss Shenyun. It has been quite some time since our last meeting. What a serendipitous reunion.
Just go with polite.
Indeed, most serendipitous. Have you been faring well as of late, Mr. Zhongli?
Wow, crazy to see you here in the human world.
Quite well, thank you. I was fortunate enough over the past few days to enjoy both a stroll in the mountains and a fresh brew of tea from the most recent harvest. The experiences left me with such insight and peace.
That's nice. You gotta go on a break.
Huh. So you two are already acquainted?
No, we don't know each other at all.
Indeed. How fortunate we are that fate has brought us together again. If you are otherwise unaware, allow me to inform you that Miss Shenyun is a well-regarded collector and appraiser. She is well-versed in all fields, and oft-celebrated for her impeccable taste. You stand to gain much from this opportunity.
Hey, at least Zhongli's like, yeah, she's not a fraud, she's legit. And when the best collector guy says, yeah, this lady's great at collecting things, yeah, he just gave her a huge step up in the selling her wares.
You are too kind, Mr. Zhongli. True collectors pride themselves on their wealth of knowledge and eye for detail. I can say without a doubt that you are foremost in that regard.
Why, you flatter me, Miss
We sure
Shenhe.
are playing this game.
It would seem that you are as self-effacing as ever.
Not at all, Mr. Zhongli. Not at all.
He's like, I don't know what's happening anymore.
While I am loath to butt into this conversation, I must ask, you two already knew each other, and you seem to have quite a cordial relationship. Can I be certain that you're not working together to swindle me? I mean, you never know.
I promise you, Zhongli did not know she was here up until 2 seconds ago.
Huh! A preposterous accusation! The heavens themselves would collapse before we would conspire to do such a thing.
Cloud Retainer is very offended.
Miss Shenyun speaks the truth. Contracts are built on honesty and trust.
You better
If
not.
that proves to be beyond your capabilities in this instance, this transaction may be taken elsewhere.
They may have, they're not swindling, but they sure are ganging up on him. But again, he just accused the god of contracts of trying to scam him. Zhongli is very offended.
Say no more. Let us depart.
I jest. What fool would still harbor doubts after Mr. Zhongli himself has vouched for the goods? Miss Shenyun, wait.
Shh, Paimon, shh. We're not supposed to be laughing. This is a very serious business transaction.
I deeply apologize for doubting you. So, Mr. Zhongli, could you please give me a final verdict on the value of these items?
Okay, problem. He still doesn't know how Mora works.
There is no cause for concern. They are indeed rare and precious valuables. Take this mechanism, for instance. Though one may not immediately perceive its purpose, its structure and appearance are exquisite enough to merit it a place in any fine home.
Oh, Zhongli. And there's the problem, folks. He sees something pretty, and he's like, oh, this looks pretty. It's like, does it have any value? I mean, value is in the eye of the beholder, and it sure does look pretty. It's like, great, thanks, man. But is it actually valuable?
The same can be said for this one here. Few could hope to possess an item that so perfectly blends mechanical wonder with geometric grace. I am sure you have heard from your travels that the study of mechanisms is among the most wondrous arts in this world. With that in mind, I earnestly recommend procuring every last item in this collection.
Zhongli.
All right. Since I hired you as my consultant, Mr. Zhongli, I shall, of course, trust your good opinion. Then, in that case, Miss Shenyun, I'll take the lot. However, since the final sum is quite large, how about we start with an initial deposit through the Northland Bank?
The Northland Bank? Huh. Oh, you refer to the fiduciary house. Oh, very well.
How about credit? Do you take credit? Please tell me you take credit.
I fear people only use the term bank nowadays. In that case, I'll be off for now. I'll return to collect the goods once you've received the funds.
The fiduciary house hasn't been used in a few hundred years, Cloud Retainer. Come on. Okay, that was not a snore noise. What?
Zhongli!
Hi! We were not laughing at all.
My friends, have you been doing well?
We've had a week.
We've been great. How about you? Paimon didn't know you were such a busy consultant.
It is literally his job. I don't know what you expect.
My days have been quite pleasant as well. I had been quietly enjoying a cup of tea when Mr. Xiaozu requested my services. As for you, Miss Shenyun, I presume you must be looking to settle in the city?
Are you trying to move here?
I must say, the name Xianyun sounds exceedingly strange coming from you. Perhaps you could dispense of that particular epithet in further conversation.
Sounds weird, Morax, hearing you call me that. Just call me Cloud Retainer. You know who I am.
Whatever for. Am I not addressing you as a friend should?
Are we not friends? You hurt my feelings.
Well, that is true, but...
And then Zhongli is like, I make Xiao call me Zhongli every day. And he dies every time. I will do the same here.
Alas, refer to me however you will. After all, a name exists such that others may address you with it. One is hardly ignorant of that fact.
You literally picked this name. But okay.
It would seem that you have gained many valuable insights over the years, Cloud Retainer.
Is that fine? I was joking with you, Cloud Retainer. Don't worry about it.
One has indeed. One's previous days were all brief. Now that one has made up one's mind to move and settle, one has gained a much better appreciation of the hubbub and commotion of the city, as well as the people's hard work and ardor. This city is much changed from how it was more than 1,000 years ago.
It was barely a wharf at that time, man.
Not unlike the ocean tides, so too shall the movement of people ebb and flow. From turmoil to peace, enlightenment to aspiration. Human society possesses limitless potential. In another 1,000 years, the scene we witness here may change in ways that are impossible for either of us to imagine.
You know, we might finally get electricity around here. Crazy thought, I know.
Alright, that's enough reflection for one day. No need to get all sentimental on us.
Oh, come on, Paimon. Zhongli's here. He's gonna have a long speech about life, the universe, and everything. It's his thing.
You make a valid point, Paimon. Now that the sale has concluded, what say one plays the host as we try some specialty dishes together? One must profess great interest in trying bamboo shoot soup.
Oh no, don't get Zhongli started on his bamboo shoot soup. He travels to the other side of the country to get the bamboo shoots for his soup. Cause only those bamboos taste right or something. I don't know. He was very weird about it a few years ago. And talked about it for a good chunk of Lantern Rite.
Perhaps you have forgotten, Cloud Retainer, but I once tried my hand at that dish. You were at the table on that occasion, so logic dictates that you should have already tried it.
Okay, are we gonna learn if Zhongli can cook or not? Because I don't know if he can cook or if he just likes going to places and eating food.
Oh? What occasion was this?
A few thousand years ago.
It was a reunion between friends several centuries ago. Alas, you must have been too preoccupied to secure yourself a portion. Or perhaps our other companions simply availed themselves of faster reflexes on that occasion.
Maybe everyone else ate it first because it was just so good. It was just the best soup in existence, so everyone else ate it before you could try it. That's totally what happened to Zhongli's soup.
Huh, hardly. 'Twas most certainly out of consideration for the others in attendance. In but a moment, one will show you what it means to have a true deftness of hand. It is settled then. Bamboo shoot soup, mora meat, crab roe tofu, triple layered consommé. We shall enjoy the lot.
Paimon's just like, you just said a lot of food.
One has already passed word to Shenhe and Ganyu to make a reservation. It is prime time for them to meet one's newest disciple. Is that agreeable to everyone?
Aw, we're invited to family dinner. I feel special.
It should be a most splendid occasion.
Thank you, Cloud Retainer.
Qiaoying, come now, it is time to dine. Ah, this gentleman over here is Mr. Zhongli. He is,
How do I explain that this is the dead god to a human child?
A humble employee of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Nice to meet you too, Mr. Zhongli.
That should be everyone, right? Let's go!
Sounds good. Actually, Master, have you ever tried Adeptus' temptation? I heard it's impossible to stop eating after even just one bite. You know, 'cause it's super tempting and stuff. Is that true?
Who's gonna tell her that Master invented that recipe? And does not appear unless you offer it to her at her table.
That sounds rather implausible. Although with the right preparation, certain dishes can be too delicious to resist.
And you know, Adeptus Temptation is one of those recipes.
Why are you all walking so fast? Hey, wait for Paimon! Hey, wait up!
Well, okay, Paimon, come on. We're going to the restaurant without you. Hi, Paimon! I'm sort of sad we don't get to see the family dinner. Because that sounds like it would have been so fun. Okay, so ad break is just about to end. I'm gonna go to the mountain. And we're gonna do our wishes for Cloud Retainer. Because we just finished her thing. And I know where I gotta wish for her. It's very easy to know that I gotta go to her table in the middle of the lake. Okay, we have sat. Welcome back from ad break. We are gonna do our wishes for Cloud Retainer. Let's go. And the fact that I only have a few wishes makes me sad. And I got a weapon. Oh, they're so mean to me. They just don't let me have anything nice. Yep, that sure ain't enough. Intertwined fates. Okay. Darn it. Guess we're doing single wishes. And of course, next week will be Lantern Rite, and so we'll have more Primo Gems then. Nice to get Cloud Retainer earlier on. Fine. Guess that's a no. Let's go unlock the new area. What? Hello? landed in your teapot. I am so sorry. Oh, you already know us. Please speak. Let us know. But... Is there something we can beat up? I get it, no worries. Thank you. Okay, we got a new power-up. Oh, okay. So we're able to, so L1, square. Boom. If you see a golden... So if we see,
Next
I guess,
on
a
the
golden
agenda.
carp, we can hear her, is what I think she was saying by golden. Oh, it is just on this path. Okay. Let's unlock this. Oh, and a turtle. Okay. It's that one. I'm probably gonna go to the left to open the other half of it. Just to make this easier. And not go into any questy stuff. Yeah, we sort of already have our statues leveled up all the way. Yep. So that's what I'm curious about. They can't give us any more Geo-Oculuses to search for here. So what's our thing? What's our gimmick for this area?
Next on the agenda.
Whatever that is. See that? Let me just
Next on the
climb up
agenda.
on this sail real quick. Oh, a pelican. Okay. Woo! Climbing up a sail. Come on. Okay, spirit carp. Got it. That's what we're hunting for. I think I'll just put a marker on that one. Whoa, Ganyu. Just jump. Don't think too hard about it. so great, Fatui. My favorite guys.
Born of icy frost.
Allow me!
Let's move
Forward.
with your back into it.
This is long overdue.
Speed of light! Nowhere to hide!
Oh wait, never mind. I forgot my team is sort of broken still.
Useless.
Yeah, I forgot my team was super strong.
We're way behind schedule. Perhaps whoever left these behind was also fulfilling a contract.
Oh man, Ganyu, look, it's your family. A goat. Oh, and they just run away. Okay, good. I'm not gonna go killing goats. Treasure hoarder notes. So there's treasure, you say? And there's something keys. And we can't unlock it. Got it. Yeah, there's 2 keys.
There's no damn another
Oh, well, there's
subject.
1 key.
Access denied.
Rest and rebuild! Don't blink!
Replace my hammer.
Okay. So I have 1 of the keys.
We're way
I
behind
think
schedule.
that's the first key? Yeah. So the riddle says... Okay, so they already have the second key. Who though? Because what I found was
Next on the agenda.
first key. What are you
Next
guys
on the
doing?
agenda. No touching.
That's it? Her burst, I forget her burst is that strong sometimes. Oh. Is that the Missima? Oh no. Okay, so we gotta purify it. Gotcha. So the big Hydro one.
Access
Probably the
denied.
boss.
Incoming! Hey!
Probably the best.
With sword from shadow.
Forward.
Come on.
No touching. Forward.
It could please just die.
Don't blink!
Stop being on top of a rock. It's hard to read. Use Adept Liturgy. Oh, okay. Sure.
Speed of light! Hey!
Got lucky that time. Access denied.
Hold the line! Let's move out.
Disappear. Forward. Worthless.
Come on, it's supposed to be dead. It's dead dead, right? Ah, he's not.
Rest and rebuild! No touching! Incoming! Good?
Oh, and there's another one. Woo! Just a gauntlet of these guys. Okay.
For Rex Lapis! Access denied. Nowhere to hide.
Evil conquering! Here!
Destroy.
Worthless!
Destroy. Destroy.
Here!
Hold the line! Cut to the chase!
Oh, I found the next forgotten. Okay.
Useless!
Allow me!
Born of ice and frost.
Speed of light! Hey!
Oh. Yay. That was interesting. Interesting gauntlet. Okay.
Not bad, as far as treasure is concerned.
And the waypoint is right above me here. Supposedly. Hey dude, what's up? Are you okay? You're sure not exaggerating. Oh, you're trying to get to the martial arts school. Okay. Ah, there's the waypoint. I don't know what these are. Are they the carp things? Okay. And launch me. Aw, heck yeah. That was fun. Okay. So the thingy was like right here. I'm gonna go back to there. Oh. Oh, I am not high enough for that. I did not. Wait. Am I not even sailing? No, I'm vaguely going the right way. Okay. I'll do that some other time. I'm trying to get to this puzzle chest. I will not remember this whole keys thing.
You give, you receive.
Okay. Let's go here. Oh, is that... Okay, so that's the martial arts school, I think. know where this is supposed to take me. But I'm gonna use it to get across to that red light, which is the other Geo statue. Mr. Goat. Oh, we got a new thing.
Once there was a glorious
No,
kingdom
Vinty! I
established.
don't need Battle Pass. I didn't mean to open Battle Pass.
Don't blink!
Whee! I get a super jump. Let's open up the statue. Wait, what? Why is... Hold on. Why is this not visible? There's no other waypoints. Is it plot related? Yeah, still can't worship the statue. Sure is completely fixed. Did that not give me... Okay. Did it give me an achievement? That reminds me, I need to look up what the... Light up the map. Aw, it is related to something else. Puzzle. See, I want to quickly get a few primos. Oh no, I'm not doing that with you. Never seen rocks like these before. And is there any other ones? There should be other ones. Okay. There they are. Investigate. There we go, there we go. Oh, yeah.
Provisions are vital.
there's a Sealy. Hello? Oh, did it leave? Oh. Okay then. I am in the water, guys. Guys, I can't exactly walk on water.
With sword comes shadow. Incoming! Hey!
I don't know what this is.
In adventuring, as in business, you always have to seize the opportunity while it's there. Know what changes happened to the land? I'm so confused by this riddle. I don't know, man. I'm gonna unlock the village while avoiding the world quest stuff. I sort of want to quickly get this wharf, just so I have both villages unlocked. Tea. A new ingredient. I must collect it. For all the recipes. So this is the tea factory?
is this place? I don't have a full month, man. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna steal a bunch of tea. Ah, you are the junior to the other senior. Yeah, I heard the rumors. Things poisoning the tea. Is that just a chest? Ah, yes, the tea. Well, I don't know why they're called tea eggs, but okay, if we could turn off the quest. So I'm actually gonna head out towards the other town. There we go. Yeah, the port is right over there. Oh no, it's a big rock one. Okay. Probably handle it, I guess.
Access denied.
Don't blink!
All hail.
Lament! Worthless!
There we go. Oh, the little guy's still alive. Oh, come on. You serious
Born
right
of
now?
ice and frost.
Where's the other one? You?
Next on the agenda.
Get the chest.
Perhaps whoever left these behind was also fulfilling a contract.
Alright.
Next on the agenda.
going up, obviously, will be the faster way. Ah, treasure hoarders. They got a chest. I need that. Hey, buddies.
Access denied.
Rest and rebuild! Speed of light! Hey! Yeah, hit! Hit!
Should replace my hammer.
Incoming! Huh?
Oh, come on. I was hoping to teleport over that.
No touching.
Darn you! Why did we put it on the roof? Come on. Why was that food decided on the roof?
There's quality here.
Come on. Yeah, I'm like, I know there's one right here. There's the other town. There's the giant waterfall. They pull all the boats up. There's Fontaine's giant waterfall. Guys, there's a shop here. I'm looking for recipes. You're a storyteller. The boss of the tea house. Maybe you have a recipe? Alright, we'll find you too. I am totally a noble. That is totally what I am. Here we go, here we go. I'm looking to buy things. It's just all the normal stuff. And whatever this jade is. Do not need the sunflowers. Oh, I might need the chilies though. And the rice.
Looks forward to working. There's quality here.
Commercial cooperation.
Discounts on loads of goods.
Are these the merchants? No? Come on, man. I know you got new recipes. There gotta be somewhere. There's usually at least one shop. Hello, sir. I'm not calling him some old guy. That's so rude. Oh, you're of the clan too. Ah, so you're what you just told me. Yep, it rings a bell. Ah. A tourist attraction? Surely no one could fall for this. Paimon, come on! How much does it cost to tour the hall? I have my suspicions now that you're not charging people for this tour of a sacred temple that has valuable treasure in it. I'm not gonna do that right now. I was just more curious about the question marker. No one be a merchant. That's sort of disappointing. This is a wharf. You're supposed to sell me things like new recipes for me to cook. Come on. They always add new recipes when they update with a new area. Wait, this is only the upper half. Maybe it's in the lower half. Realizing there's two halves of this town. Sporty. And I'm going down the elevator. I sure ain't supposed to do it that way, but it's fine. Don't worry about it. There's a shop. Alright, you. Aw, you don't talk. Darn. No one is selling me cool new recipes. I'm a little disappointed. Yeah, the rest of this isn't populated with any civilian locations. I'm gonna do... Yeah, Dailies real quest, and then I'll do one wish, and then we'll call. Okay. There's another one. Ah, it's the crabs. There he is. Of course he's on the other side. There we go. Alright, this guy wants to make the best soda ever. And I told him to make it not carbonated because I don't like soda. This poor guy. I missed one? So I combed through so much of this area the other day.
Getting here!
Like these
Frost is coming!
Stop right there! You think that? Oh, I watch out!
Pair!
Hold the line! Attack! This one's got your name on it!
Getting here! Pair!
Final warning!
Frost is coming! Getting here!
This one's got your name on it!
There we go. Are you seriously? Serious?
Umbrella warfare, I guess!
Why? Why all that work for oranges? Come on, man. Okay, let's find these papers. I didn't actually read what Paimon said we should look under. Okay, Arbor. sir, we found the thing. He was trying to expand to Liyue. Apologize to the tea leaves, sir. Has nothing to do with caffeinated drinks. Well, tea is a caffeine, but... I think carbonated tea sounds horrible, because I don't like carbonation, and I don't like tea. So carbonated tea sounds like the worst thing. No offense. I don't know if there is carbonated tea out there and people that like it, but... Okay, this is just the books, right? Okay, this one is combat. Let's take out these 3 mechs.
Spell of warfare, I guess. Stop right there.
A brash maneuver.
My Cheverus has no HP.
Dead reckoning! Frost is coming! Hey! Oh.
I was waiting until Battle
Getting
Pass
here.
set to do the boss fights for Cheverus's level up materials. So he's just stuck at level 40.
Rest and rebuild.
But this week I'll
This
go
one's
and
got your name on it. Attack!
Getting here! Going under! Pair! Frost is coming! Getting gear! Frost is coming! Getting gear!
Drop your weapons! Hold the line! This one's got your name on it!
Oh. Daily commissions complete.
Ad Astra Abbot. Thank you for Ad Astra Abbot.
I should have enough for a wish. It'll probably just be a 4-star. It's not even a 4-star. Oh, that's so sad. Okay. Alrighty then. We'll come back to this later. Because I don't even have standard wishes. I do standard wishes in the hopes of getting...
I do love Spina di Rosulas.
What are they? The crystal things? The star glitter? And then I'd have enough to get another fate for the actual temporary banner, but that did not happen. back with Genshin on Monday. Well, wait. Yeah, I'll save their trials for later because I already did her trial thing during her quest. And yeah, other event stuff will be showing up later next week. So we'll be doing that Monday, and we'll be doing it Wednesday next week. So I hope you'll join me as we actually get to do Lantern Rite. And Friday we'll be starting Final Fantasy VII Retrograde. So if you'd like to join us for playing through some Final Fantasy to get ready for Rebirth coming out at the end of February, join us on Friday at 6.